In today's lesson, we will be solving systems, but this time we're solving by a method called substitution. So we still have two linear functions and we want to find the point where they intersect. So finding that xy point where they intersect. But we don't have to create a graph. So the goal of substitution is to substitute one equation into the other. And we do this to create a one variable equation. To solve. So if we're talking in just general terms, y equals mx plus b, y equals mx plus b, if I substitute one equation into the other, I would have mx plus b equals mx plus b. I now have this equation with just x and no y, so I would solve for x. So you will see an example right now. So linear equations can come in many different forms. So I like to talk about method 1. That is when both of your equations are in slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. So here's an example. Y equals negative 5x minus 17 and y equals negative x minus 1. When they are both in this form, we can substitute. It's like we're going to set the top equation equal to the bottom equation. We're substituting if y equals this, then we're going to substitute that in for y. So what we're going to write is negative 5x minus 17 equals negative x minus 1. Setting the two equal to each other, we now have an equation with only x's and no y's. So let's solve for x. So let's add x on both sides. So negative 4x minus 17 equals negative 1. Add 17. So 4x equals 16. Divide by 4. Oh, that's supposed to be negative 4. Divide by negative 4. So x equals negative 4. Now, solution to our systems always have an x and a y. We have only found the x. So how do we find the y? So what we can do is just take our x and substitute it in for x to find the y. And you can do either x in either equation. I'm going to do both just to show you. So for the first one, y equals negative 5 times x, but we just got negative 4 and then minus 17. So 20 minus 17 is 3. So at this point we would be done, but I'm just going to show you that it will work for the other one. So y equals a negative, plug in a negative 4 minus 1, and 4 minus 1 is 3. So either one, you'll get the same answer. So our final answer is these two equations intersect at the point negative 4x, where y is 3. And there's our solution to the system. Okay, method 2. This would be when you have one equation in slope-intercept form, and the other equation is in a different form, often in standard form. And this is when we are substituting, if y equals all of this, we're going to substitute that in for y right there. So with numbers, this would be if I have y equals 6x minus 11, and then negative 2x minus 3y equals negative 7. If y equals 6x minus 11, I'm going to plug in that into y. So what I write is negative 2x minus 3 parentheses, y is equal to 6x minus 11 equals negative 7. So now I have an equation with no y's, just x's. And so let's solve. Distribute negative 2x minus 18x plus 33. Combine like terms. So negative 20x plus 33 equals negative 7 minus 33. Negative 20 equals, negative 20x equals negative 40. And then when you divide, you get that x equals positive 2. Now that's only half of it. If x is 2, whoopsies. If x is 2, plug it in. So y is equal to 6 times 2 minus 11. So y equals 12 minus 11. Y equals 1. So the solution to the system, these two equations, when graphed, intersect at the point 2, 1. Okay, last example is a story problem. Suppose you are starting an office cleaning service. You have spent $315 on equipment. To clean an office, you use $4 worth of supplies. So both of those represent you spending money. And then you charge $25 per office. So this is how much money you make. And then it is saying, so it's asking how many offices must you clean to break even. So your break even point is when the amount that you spend is equal to the amount that you make. So the amount that we spend, we're going to write two equations. The amount that we spend, y equals, you're spending $4 per cleaning. Plus you had to spend $315 on equipment. And then how much are you making? Well, you're going to make $25 per office. So breaking even is when these two are equal to each other. So we're going to solve the equation 4x plus 315 equals 25x. And then solve for x. So minus 4x. 315 equals 21x. Divide by 21. And you'll get x equals 15. And that is 15 cleanings, 15 offices, and you will break even. So there's your full video on solving systems by substitution. Good luck with the lesson.